from coordination from our halls of justice, chief of office, we have 170 million. We have a pending purchase request for the construction of the hall of justice in Melda, Zamboanga, Sibugay.
Emilda or Ipil?
Ipil. In Ipil, Your Honor.
For your guidance, Madam Justice, it's in the 2nd district po yan. So baka pwedeng sa...
Ipil,
Opo,
dati
sa
Ipil.
district ko po yun. Ibang district, 2nd district po yung Ipil. So with the enactment po ng 5 newly created RTC, magkaroon na po kami ng 6. So pwede na po kaming entitled
Yes
one
po.
Justice Hall kasi 6 salas na po kami.
Sige po. Your Honor, if you can provide us the lot within which to build the hall of justice, that will be better. We can
I
coordinate.
can arrange po sa
Yes
mayor.
po.
In fact, I
Sige
initially talked with one of the mayors. Then, they're
Yes
willing.
po.
They're
Yes
willing
po.
po.
Yes,
Kung
we
may
can do that,
tao
Your
po
Honor.
kayong pwedeng bumisita sa
We will
sa
personally
district
go
po
there,
namin,
Your Honor.
we can facilitate for that po.
Yes po, Your Honor. We can coordinate po, Your Honor. And
Thank you
that
very
for
much, Madam.
That's a good development po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Madam Justice.
Sige po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. No
Thank
further
you.
questions, Madam Chair.
Yeah,
Madam
thank you.
Chair.
My good friend, since way back in the, we were
Actually, the
coordinating
chairperson
together.
is my ninong.
Yes, yun. And that is, we were also working together. To add to the statement and to question, I think it's about time that we open, not probably the 5 courts immediately. This has never done because of the budgetary needs. Could we have, how many of the 5 can you work for the opening to the JBC for appointment, for
Sabay-sabay na po. We can do it sabay-sabay po. Pwede po, Your
oh,
Honor.
sabay-sabay. Thank
Yes,
you. So, Romy,
as long as it's-
okay na.
As long
Now-
as it's funded. As
Yes.
long as it's funded.
Now, how about the Hall of Justice? I don't see it in your program. Only Cagayan de Oro is clear here.
Wala po kasing
How
lupa, Your
about
Honor.
Imelda?
Imelda meron po, but Ipil wala pong... this is Imelda pala.
Oh, wala
Yes,
nga
Your Honor.
Imelda eh.
Opo.
So, isama mo na dito.
Yes. Sige po.
Sige,
So another
how much will that cost? Normally,
Hall of Justice.
a 5 court building.
Usually it's 5.
Kasi dito si Representative Romeo eh. So yun present today, yan ang isiguro namin na ma-propose.
Bibigyan na raw po
Chairman
natin.
is already here.
500.
Chairperson.
Assuming, Your Honor, that there is a lot within which to
There
build.
will be.
There will be 500 million, Your Honor.
Yan. So can you
Yes.
include
Yes,
in the
Your Honor.
submission
So over and above the 2 billion for infra,
another
500.
500? Kasi Mindanao ito eh. Let us also try to give justice
Yes, Your Honor.
to
Thank you, Your
Mindanao
Honor.
through the Hall of Justice, and then we can go in the opening
Yes,
of
Your
the 5.
Honor.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
very much,
Thank you.
Justice Estoesta.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Your Honors.
Representative Romy Bacoro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. May ninong po. Talagang ninong
Thank you.
talaga kita.
Ninong,
Walang favoritism.
maraming salamat po.
Next, meron bang minority? Wala na? Second round yan. Wala pa. First round pa tayo. Wala pa. So in that case, we'll call on Representative Chairperson of the Committee of Justice in this House, our Representative Jinky Luistro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good
morning, Your
morning to the justices of the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, and the Sandigan Bayan. We're honored to have you here in the House of Representatives.
Good morning, Your
And
Honor.
before I proceed to the question, I wish to express my warmest congratulations to our newly appointed court administrator of court, Madam Justice Estoesta.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And Mr. Chair, we are discussing about capital outlay, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, you are so busy.
We're just talking about how the Vice President was very happy with the approval of the budget of OVP. So we're okay with the OVP, with Vice President Sara. Let us proceed with Secretary of Labor. What is your question?
Mr. Chair, I wish to solicit the support of the committee with regards to our concern as well on capital outlay. In the Regional Trial Court of Batangas, there's a newly created family court, and it has no court building yet. I heard Madam Justice said, so long as there's a lot, they will be committing to provide the infrastructure. So if the chair would allow this representation, I hope we can include that among the requests for additional allocation. The court building for the newly created Family Court of the Regional Trial Court of Batangas.
Please include,
Yes, Your Honor.
so that they'll be part of those that will be submitted. Another 500 million, is that the amount?
Another 500. How many? Which municipality is it, Your Honor?
This is Batangas City.
Oh, malaki yan, Batangas City.
So city.
Isang
Family
family court lang.
One
So,
family court.
How much do you suggest our chairperson, Jinky?
Just one.
How much?
100.
May
How much
we
will
know
that cost?
from our Madam Justice the allocation for one court building?
Yes.
One
For
family
our
court.
halls of justice, 100 million, Your Honor. For one court station, family court.
If that will be sufficient, Mr. Chair, to build a building for one family court, then I will be grateful to have one in the RTC of Batangas City.
Yes, Your Honor.
So also look at the future, you know.
Yes.
Batangas City will have more families, I'm sure,
Yes.
in the coming years. So make it two.
Yes,
So
Your
that
Honor.
hindi na tayo every year. Pumunta si chairperson dito. 200. Can you include there 200?
Yes, Your Honor. So we
Okay.
can likewise
So for two courts na, 290.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Please
Thank you very
proceed.
much, Your
Yes.
If I may continue, Madam Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of course, there are still a lot of court buildings which are within the perimeter of the local government units. May I know the percentage of these court buildings which operate still within the LGU's perimeters or facilities?
Most of them. There are 700 buildings that are being operated from the local government units, Your Honor. We are heavily dependent actually on local government units to provide us the buildings.
And you said, Madam Justice, that they are dependent on the LGU building. So may I know how we protect the image of judicial independence, considering that these are dependent on the LGUs?
Yes, Your Honor. With the Fiscal Autonomy Act, Your Honor, we are hoping that little by little, even from the allowances that our judges receive from the generosity of the local government units, we get away from that, Your Honor. That's why we really need to strategize on the monumental effect that the Fiscal Autonomy Act will have on the judiciary, so that we can provide our own halls of justice, including the operational logistics to the staff complement, Your Honor.
I hope we can consider that as one of our priorities.
Yes, Your Honor.
When we implement the fiscal autonomy of the judiciary that will be effective next year,
Yes, yes, Your Honor. 2027.
2027.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that will be budget year
Yes, Your-
2026, effective 2027.
Yes, Your Honor. That
We
is
will
correct.
be having our hearing for that 2027, next year already.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Yes, Your Honor.
For my next question, Madam Justice, of course, we have two concerns on decongestion. One is the docket. The other is the penitentiary facility. So with respect to the docket, Madam Justice, I heard about the JDR,
Yes, Your Honor.
the ADR, the mediation, and even pre-trial conferences. May I know what percentages of the court dockets are being resolved during JDR, ADR, the pre-trial, and the mediation?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, as of now, no specific, but we do maintain figures on that, Your Honor. Can we just submit the exact figures?
Yes, of course. Can we at least know whether you believe that these measures are successful in decongesting
Yes,
our
Your
dockets?
Honor, very much so. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, I don't know if I should reveal it, but preconditions to filing, we've actually adopting alternative disputes resolution, which is why we are really training our mediators from the PMCs to be able to have capability building on how to further exercise a mediation process or alternative dispute resolution.
And as the newly appointed court administrator, Madam Justice, do you have other measures in mind to further decongest our docket through measures like the JDR, ADR?
Yes, Your Honor. It's more on as of now, again, Your Honor, I'm not sure if I'm at liberty to even speak, but only because I am privy thereto. Before, to cure our decongested docket, it is a proposal that before one can even file a case in court, we are developing a rule that there should be at least a resort to 2 alternative dispute resolutions as a precondition to filing. So litigation is not, it's only an end cause. Parties should avail of every remedy that they have to resort to alternative dispute resolutions, mediation, conciliation, even from their elders in the family before they can even file a case in court. So that can declog our docket in court, hopefully, Your Honor.
I understand that mediation is mandatory. Is this correct, Madam Justice?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your
But with
Honor.
respect to JDR, ADR in the pretrial, this is still based on the discretion of the
Yes,
litigants.
yes, Your Honor.
I
Yes,
see.
Your Honor.
And the next concern, Madam Justice, is the decongestion of the penitentiary facilities.
Yes.
I am inclined to believe that detention, imprisonment is still part of the administration of justice, notwithstanding the fact that this is within the jurisdiction of the PJMP and the Bureau of Corrections. May we know, Madam Justice, what measures or interventions does the judiciary have to address the decongestion of penitentiary facilities?
Okay. As one aspect, Your Honor, that we've brought up is the existence of our JSCC, the Justice Sector Coordinating Councils. So as we have clarified earlier, a case in court does not end with a judgment. So it should go beyond it. We should monitor if a convicted accused is enjoying conditions that are humane or reasonable. Are they eating meals 3 times a day? And this will require us to coordinate with our justice stakeholders, with the DOJ, BJMP. Your Honor. And likewise, the jail visits that are needed to be done by the judges themselves to be able to check on likewise on the conditions of the detainees before their courts.
Considering, Madam Justice, that the judiciary is the one primarily in charge with respect to the administration of justice, it is really my humble opinion that we should work together on this, because we've seen a lot of documentaries showing how desperate the situations of our PDLs are, not only in BJMP, but even in Bucor. We've seen that in a lot of documentaries in the past, no? If I may suggest, Madam Justice, perhaps we can create a task force, perhaps, or a commission to be joined by the BJMP, the Bucor, and the Judiciary, so we can address once and for all this desperate situation of our PDLs, Madam Justice.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. We will bring it to the one of the matters that our Justice Sector Coordinating Council should consider. Yes, Your Honor.
And for my conclusion, Madam Justice, of course, as the chair of the Committee on Justice of the 20th Congress, I'm expressing my full support to the request and even the request for additional allocation for the budget of the judiciary. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, our chairperson of the powerful Committee on Justice, and who is a shining light of Congress today, and that is Representative Chinky Luistro. Thank you very much for your statement of support for the budget of the judiciary, and also its augmentation, correct?
Yes,
Also
Your
the augmentation. Thank you.
For Batangas.
Before we proceed, let me just announce the invitation of our speaker and our chairperson, Mika Swansing, all justices, the court administrator, the assistant court, and then the deputy are invited after this hearing to have lunch at the social hall of the speaker's office. And so we only have at this point only 3 more plus 1 second round. So we have only 4. So in other words, please do not eat what is given to you now, because there's a better deal at the social hall for you. Okay, so thank you very much. So with that clarified, We now go to the third to the last interpellator,